Forza Motorsport has just issued a massive message to the community, and I feel like they've set out their road to kill Gran Turismo 7. These are the features that we all wanted and expected in Forza Motorsport at launch. So you can have a think why they weren't in at launch, but I want you to also bear in mind, what does Forza Motorsport look like when all these features arrive? Because we've got new tracks, we've got tracks like Bathurst, we've got new game modes, we've got drifting coming in, we've got things like an actual fully functioning spectate mode and all this, virtual broadcasting. So interesting update from Forza Motorsport. So if you're curious about it, let me know what you think. Should they have been in at launch? What's the game going to look like? So here we go. They say over the past few months, they've been updating Forza Motorsport. Most months have come with a inverted commas new track, but they're often tracks that have been in previous Forza Motorsport games like Sebring. They've been doing some interesting things like endurance series and multi-class, bringing in the car proximity radar as well, trying to increase performance, bringing in truthful support. So they have been doing a lot of stuff. Again, would have been amazing if this was all in the game at launch. And now they're setting out their roadmap after that. Remember, we're coming up to 1 year of Forza Motorsport. So this is potentially the end of the first year of support and updates and moving into the second year. So let's see what's coming. So cars, they're talking about unlocking cars by racing online. Remember, when Forza Motorsport launched, it was a really bad progression system for cars with the car XP, and you couldn't just use your credits to upgrade cars you wanted. You had to go through every car and upgrade them in the way that Forza wanted, which completely takes away freedom from the player. And we all want to upgrade and drive our cars in different ways. Eventually, after pressure, they changed their mind about that and changed it so you could redeem your XP for car points and stuff like that. And now they're saying you're actually going to be able to unlock cars by racing online in multiplayer, which is great. I mean, it's always been a good part of Forza that you've had the sort of mirroring of the featured tour and the featured multiplayer. And I think some people just prefer to play online. I think Gran Turismo 7 would be doing great if they gave us more rewards for driving and winning online. So here we go. They've got a challenge hub, which is coming in the next update in a couple of weeks. So you can see your goals and rewards there, and it's going to be across both multiplayer and single player. Revisiting feature tours. I know, I read all of your comments to my videos. I know that you guys and girls have been asking for this, saying, look, I want to go back and do some of these tours. It's kind of mad that once they're done and expired, I can't go back and do those races and whatnot, those combinations. So here we go. They're going to come back as well. There's going to be a permanent addition to the Builders Cup. Surely this is something that they've planned at launch. They were like, in the first year, we're going to do all of these tours. And in the second year, we're going to revisit them. So I think, this is something they've probably planned. New tracks coming as well. Sunset Peninsula. So if you're a Forza OG, you're going to enjoy that one mid-October. And that's going to come with 5 layouts. That's going to be a fan classic. I know that one. And Bathurst as well in December. So Bathurst is coming in December, so bringing another proper real-world track, another track that's in Gran Turismo, by the way, as well. Like Road Atlanta came as well recently. 2025, they're going to continue to update Forza Motorsport. Here's some of those detailed lifestyle. There's going to be a lot in this video. By the way, I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before October, so if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please, 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 for me, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. So here we go, Spectate mode. This was absolutely atrocious. And by the way, I just give you my honest opinion on Forza. Spectate mode was not good when the game launched. You couldn't even save your replays. Then when you can save your replays, you have very limited slots. And the whole mechanic for changing camera and changing cars is so not designed to be fun and accessible. It's kind of crazy, but it looks like they're going to really take a look at this here. So they're doing spectating to watch or broadcast, full field dynamic driver list and lap counter. Yeah, that's great. A dynamic data loop ticker, that's great. This is all getting ready for broadcasting. Probably Forza getting ready, and can't say too much about this, but probably getting ready for some sort of world tour, it would seem. Track map as well, driver data. So they're not doing some small updates here. They're basically trying to make this fit for purpose. And I think this should have been a feature that was flagged at launch as like, this is not really, this is in beta basically. This game is not coming with a fully fledged replay and spectate mode. Race start, race end, so it doesn't start sort of halfway through, which is absolutely great as well. Default spectate camera, that's going to be great because I hate cycling through the cameras. 2 new camera modes, rail cam, that's going to be awesome. That moves with the focus cast, that's going to be great as well for getting nice shots. Point of interest, amazing as well. Improved control panel. Yes, Forza guys, I know that you watch these videos and I've been saying it for a year. Thank you so much for changing that. I didn't like the way it was before. Customizable hub, minimize switch lag, that's great. No one likes kind of the screen blacking out when you're trying to change cars. Saving replays. Please note that previous limitations for replay save length still apply and will vary. I mean, come on, guys. I don't know if this is a Microsoft thing or whatever, but just let us save like as many replays as we have space on our hard drive. Just ridiculous. Drift mode here. Here we go. Now, this is something they were very transparent around. No drift and drag at launch, but it was going to come later. So they did say this, and a lot of people have not bought Forza because it didn't have a drift mode. So now drift mode is coming. It's going to be available in the coming months. Selection of Formula Drift cars as well. Is that the iconic Lancer from the trailer there? In drift mode, classic drifting there. Remember Gran Turismo 7 has drifting, has a drift mode. Free play and private multiplayer. Drop in and drop out drift meetups. This is huge, especially for Forza, slightly more American audience maybe. Drifting is pretty big, so great they're bringing that. Drift specific hard, so again, it's going to be a proper drift edition. Creative hub as well. So bringing this over from Forza Horizon 5, that's been a much more successful game. There is Red Atlanta, much more successful game than Forza Motorsport. So they're bringing that over so you can share stuff, and I think that's great. I think Gran Turismo's really missed a trick with the showcase. I think Gran Turismo should be giving credits to creators and really celebrating creators, the livery makers, the photographers. And by the way, on my socials over September, we're going to be doing a lot of liveries celebrating them from Gran Turismo, so keep an eye out for that. Share codes as well, that's great. Updated livery editor. I know a lot of people have complained about the livery editor in Forza not giving you enough space basically to actually make your additions to the cars. Free play weather options. This is very similar to Gran Turismo 7, isn't it? So you can see here, you're going to be able to vary the conditions. So we're going to be able to create races again. For me, this ties in with a world tour or live broadcasted events where you're going to be able to really set exciting races, and it's not going to be random. Remember, I hosted one of the biggest races on Forza Motorsport ever for the new Forza Motorsport, with Jimmy Broadbent and Janny Aarons and the Sidemen and all these people and Max Futrell from Quadrant. And it did work. It did work, but I play a lot of Forza, so I knew how to do it. It wasn't that intuitive to get it working. So here we go. Probability community choice as well. Oh my goodness, people have been asking about this in Gran Turismo 7. Imagine having a community choice daily race for the next week. Well, Forza are basically doing that with a community choice slot. It's going to be decided by community vote on the Forza forums. I would love as well if they opened it up to creators or real world drivers and say, look, what are your choices that you want to be for the races for a week? I think that's absolutely great. So good job Forza on that one. Audio cues for car proximity radar. Remember, I made a big video comparing all of the radars, including the Forza radar. And the Forza radar is okay, but it actually misses a lot of the details of other radars, like the cars turning, the proximity to the edge of the track. So they've seen that video and they are making some changes, including audio cues. Now, when they say audio cues, basically I read that as spotter. I read that as spotter coming to Forza Motorsport. So when I say, look, they're preparing their GT7 killer update, I genuinely think these are features that they want to bring to Forza that are going to try and exceed the ones available in Gran Turismo 7. More toggleable backgrounds and gameplay tuning for distances, and UDP for your telemetry as well. That's great. Forza race regulations coming. Okay, not to whatever. Great. And advanced ghosting as well. They probably saw when I got taken out by Danny Aarons. Oh my goodness, in Forza Motorsport. And now they're going to fix that so Danny can't take me out. Advanced ghosting, predicting some of the most griefing incidents. Again, what's one of the biggest complaints about Gran Turismo 7? Dirty driving. And what they're saying here is that they're going to predict. Remember, Forza came out and said that they'd analysed like 5,000 different types of incidents using AI, and therefore it's going to be the most advanced penalty system ever. And I do like the way in Forza Motorsport it comes up like determining penalty and it says no penalty or gives you a penalty. You'll see in my Forza Motorsport race videos, I actually really enjoy that feature. Rather than Gran Turismo 7, it's kind of, you don't even see now when you get an SR down, I believe. And in iRacing, that if you read the iRacing rulebook, which I've done, they don't even try and apportion blame. So I like what Forza Motorsport are trying to achieve here. It's very ambitious, and bringing the ghosting, I think, is part of that. It means that the engine that's determining the penalty is going to need to do it much quicker. So it's going to, rather than try and analyze the incident that's happened and work out a penalty, it's going to have to predict it before it happens and implement the ghosting. Very interesting, isn't it? Discord community AMA, don't worry about that. Join our Discord where we actually talk about Forza honestly, and the developers watch these videos, so put your suggestions in the comments as well. And there we go, there are the Forza people putting their name to it. So interesting update. Please subscribe if you appreciated this video. I would absolutely love it. Trying to get to 100k. Interesting times Forza. I've got some more Forza Motorsport content coming on the channel. I'm going to link below some guides and tutorials I did in Forza Motorsport for Gillette, and they're just generally really helpful guides for you. So go check those out, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.